Since it's finally starting to get a little colder outside, today's lunch meal prep is going to be a hot ramen dish, and this is a lot less complicated than it looks. Mason jars, all that you're going to do with the first one is break up your dry ramen and put it in the jar, throw on the lid, and you're done. Now onto the second jar. I'm making a sauce in the second jar as the first layer. Now you can make this as simple or as complicated as you want. This is the exact sauce I like, so that's what I'm going to show y'all how to do, but it can be as simple as just the packet that comes in a container, maybe with a little bit of soy sauce or just with water, whatever you want. It can be very simple. Like, you can literally just use the package if you feel like it, but I'm going to show you my sauce. Measure, but this is about a tablespoon or so of peanut butter. You can use creamy or crunchy, whatever you want. When it's spicy, you can use some sriracha to taste, but you don't have to. About 1 teaspoon of sweet chili sauce, half a teaspoon of oyster sauce, and trust me, a little bit of this goes a long way, so be careful. About a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, red pepper flakes to taste, once again, only if you want a little bit of heat. About half a teaspoon of this Thai red curry paste, or you could also use the green kind, but that one kind of looks gross. It tastes great, but it looks gross, so if you want to gross out all of your other people at your student teaching placement, then be my guest. But the red one doesn't look as gross. And then you'll add about a teaspoon of mayonnaise. And I know this sounds kind of strange, but I really encourage you to try this, even if you are a mayonnaise hater, because it really elevates this. It gives it like some creaminess to it. And if you've ever had like white sauce at a Japanese place, it has the same vibe. But if you just really hate mayonnaise or something, you can opt out. But also, this is not actually light mayonnaise, it's regular mayonnaise. Light mayonnaise sucks, but I wash out this bottle and I buy mayonnaise in bulk and replace it into the squeeze bottles because it's easy. But light mayonnaise sucks, don't buy it. Mix it up until the peanut butter incorporates, and there you have it. It's the best ramen sauce in the world. Now we can start adding the other layers. I want to get some protein in this, but you can use whatever protein you want. I'm using tofu and chicken. And so with tofu, since tofu tastes like nothing, you want to kind of mix it in with the sauce when you first put it in here so that it can get coated and start to marinate inside there. And then we're gonna put on the chicken. Just ripped apart this rotisserie chicken with my fingers and I shoved it in on top of the tofu. I kind of pressed it down to make extra room in here. And yeah, just as easy as that. That's your protein. Now we're gonna add some vegetables. So first up, I have some of this coleslaw mix. And if you like cooked cabbage or like steamed vegetables in your Chinese food or whatever, this is gonna be a game changer for you. Because they don't have to cook for very long at all because it's so small, and it's also dirt cheap. So I love throwing this into anything I cook. You can just cook ramen on the stove and throw it in, or cook rice or whatever and just throw that in, and you have pretty much a whole serving of vegetables just like that. And it's got colorful vegetables, not just like the cabbage, but it's also got the red and the orange, so it's pretty. Last but not least is a layer of kale on top. And I know this doesn't look like a whole lot of food, but it really is. Once you cram things down, you make a lot of room in here. So like all that tofu and chicken and cabbage and kale are in here. And so yeah, go ahead and throw the lid on and put it in the fridge and you're done. Everything's all put into the mason jars. And the way you're gonna cook this is really simple. You're just gonna take the lid off of this, make sure not to microwave these lids, and fill this up with water, microwave it for like 4 minutes or so until it's, you know, as soft as you want it. And then you're gonna take the hot water out of this and pour it into this one as much as you can to fill it up to the very, very top. And then throw the lid back onto this one once the water's in there, and it'll start to steam everything. But if you have to store this in the fridge, it will be very cold, and it might not make everything hot. It might just make things warm. So you might wanna throw this back into the microwave after you put the water in here, just for like 30 seconds or a minute, just to make it warm through. And then I'll be putting it into this bowl and eating it out of here. But yeah, it's just as easy as that. And I'll hopefully show y'all how that's actually done tomorrow when I take this to school. For a little treat, I took some grapes and I mixed them up with this Greek yogurt. It's the best Greek yogurt ever from Walmart. I totally recommend. And some honey. I got some chicken noodles. They're so crunchy. Yummy. So I took the grapes and stuff and I put it in this little spot. And I've never really been able to use this Tupperware before because it's an inefficient use of space because it's a weird shape. But now it fits perfectly into this lunchbox with the mason jars. So y'all will be seeing more of this Tupperware. Y'all better get comfortable. And the only other things I'm throwing in the lunchbox are this tangerine LaCroix, just like yesterday, and a pair of chopsticks and some napkins. So I don't think I'm gonna bring a muffin today. Actually, I might. Yeah, I'll probably bring a muffin. Won't fit. Okay, there we go. For Gracie's request, I am throwing in a protein muffin. Yay. And then, oh gosh, you know, recording and doing this is hard. Whatever.